Over 60, 4 milks you should skip, and 4 to drink with confidence. For years, we've been told that a daily glass of milk is a shortcut to strong bones, steady energy, and a sharper mind. The truth after 60 is more nuanced. The type of milk you choose can quietly push your health in very different directions. Some common options raise blood sugar more than you expect, irritate joints, upset digestion, or fail to deliver the protein and micronutrients your bones and muscles need. Large population studies even suggest that higher intake of certain non-fermented milks is linked with more fractures and inflammation, while fermented choices appear protective. The good news, not all milks are created equal. Today I'll show you the 4 milks most seniors should avoid and the 4 better choices that support bone density, calmer joints, steadier blood sugar, and a clearer mind. Stay to the end, because our number 1 pick rarely gets top billing in grocery aisles. Yet research in older adults links it with stronger bones, better immune resilience, and healthier aging markers. This is Senior Strength 60 Plus, where we turn solid science into simple daily wins. Tap subscribe and the bell so you don't miss what's next. Let's begin with the 4 milks to skip after 60, then move straight into the 4 to keep on your weekly list. Worst milk number 4, sweetened almond milk. At first glance, almond milk sounds like a smart swap. It is dairy-free, light, and heavily marketed as a gentle choice for bones and joints. The hidden problem is the sugar. Many cartons on the shelf are sweetened with cane sugar, fructose, or syrups. That turns a simple drink into a blood sugar spike in a glass. After 60, insulin sensitivity drops, so these added sugars hit harder. The result can be energy crashes, more belly fat, stiffer joints, higher inflammation, and greater risk for type 2 diabetes over time. There is a second issue. Most sweetened almond milks contain very little actual almond. Often less than 2% is almond, and the rest is water, gums, and stabilizers. That means you miss the real benefits of almonds, such as magnesium and natural vitamin E. In other words, you are drinking a processed beverage that does little for bones, muscles, or memory, while quietly pushing blood sugar the wrong way. How to choose better? Pick unsweetened almond milk that is fortified. The label should say no added sugar and include calcium and vitamin D for bone support, plus ideally some magnesium. Scan the ingredients for short, simple lines and skip flavors like vanilla or chocolate if they list sugar. If you want a touch of sweetness, add a few berries or a sprinkle of cinnamon at home rather than buying a sweetened carton. Plain fortified almond milk can fit a senior-friendly plan. The sweetened versions look healthy and taste pleasant, but they work against stable energy, joint comfort, and long-term metabolic health. Worst milk number 3, unfortified oat milk. Walk into any cafe and you will see oat milk everywhere. It feels creamy, trendy, and gentle on the stomach. What most adults over 60 do not notice is the missing nutrients. Unfortified oat milk usually delivers little or no calcium and vitamin D, 2 essentials for bone strength after 60. Without fortification, you are mostly sipping calories that do not protect bones or muscles. Oats also contain phytic acid that binds minerals such as calcium and magnesium, making them harder to absorb. For an aging skeleton and nervous system, that binding works against you. There is a second concern. Many oat milks are high in fast carbs and some add sugars. These break down quickly and can spike insulin, then crash energy. Over time, that pattern adds belly fat, worsens inflammation, and raises the risk for type 2 diabetes. Commercial cartons often add oils, gums, and stabilizers for texture. For slower digestion or reflux, these extras may trigger bloating or discomfort and reduce appetite, which further limits nutrient intake. Choose the safer route if you like the taste. Pick an unsweetened oat milk that is fortified with calcium and vitamin D, and scan the label for at least 25% of daily value per serving. Keep ingredients short and simple, skip added sugar, and pair your drink with protein or fiber to steady blood sugar. Unfortified oat milk looks harmless, but gives you mineral gaps and quick carbs at the very stage of life when you need steady nutrients the most. Fortified and unsweetened versions can fit. The plain unfortified kind is a quiet step in the wrong direction. Worst milk number 2, flavored lactose-free milk. At first glance, lactose-free milk feels like a rescue for adults over 60. Many develop lactose intolerance, so a carton that promises comfort sounds perfect. The trap appears when you pick chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry versions. These are often packed with added sugars, artificial flavors, and texture boosters that turn a gentle drink into a blood sugar and belly fat problem. Here is what that looks like in real life. Extra sugar drives bigger glucose spikes and deeper crashes. Insulin must work harder, which is tougher after 60. Belly fat grows, joints feel stiffer, and energy fades by mid-afternoon. Many flavored cartons also add artificial sweeteners, gums, or carrageenan. For sensitive stomachs, these can irritate the gut, nudge thyroid balance, and stir inflammation. Some brands create creaminess with hydrogenated oils or heavy emulsifiers that can worsen cholesterol patterns. None of that helps a heart that already needs protection. Choose the safer path. If you need lactose-free milk, reach for plain and unsweetened. You still get high-quality protein, calcium, and vitamin D without the sugar dump. Add your own flavor with cinnamon, cocoa powder without sugar, a few blueberries, or a teaspoon of chia to slow glucose rise and add fiber. Read the label and aim for 0 added sugar, short ingredient lists, and at least 25% daily value for calcium and 10 to 20% for vitamin D per serving. Flavored lactose-free milk promises comfort, but often delivers sugar, additives, and inflammation. Plain and unsweetened lactose-free milk gives you the benefits without the quiet downsides. Worst milk number 1, ultra-pasteurized conventional cow's milk from A1-type herds. For many adults over 60, this is the carton that has lived in the fridge for decades. It feels familiar and comforting. Yet after 60, this choice can work against digestion, joints, and even mental sharpness. Here is the core issue. Most commercial cow's milk in North America comes from breeds that produce A1 beta casein. In sensitive people, this protein can be broken down into a peptide that irritates the gut lining. With age, the digestive barrier is easier to upset. That irritation can send low-grade inflammatory signals through the body. The ripple effect may feel like stiffer mornings, more joint achiness, and a slower, foggier start to the day. Small studies comparing A1 and A2 milk report less digestive discomfort and lower inflammatory markers when people switch away from A1. The take-home message is simple. If milk often leaves you bloated or achy, the protein type may be part of the story. Processing adds a second problem. Ultra-pasteurization heats milk to very high temperatures for shelf life. That protects against bacteria, but it also inactivates helpful enzymes and can change the shape of delicate proteins, making them tougher to digest. Add the fact that stomach acid and digestive enzymes tend to decline with age, and you have a recipe for gas, cramping, and poor nutrient uptake from a glass that was meant to nourish. There is also the residue question. Conventional herds may be exposed to antibiotics, growth hormones, and feed additives. Regulators set limits and screen supplies, yet trace exposure over many years is not zero. Older adults process and clear chemicals more slowly. If you already manage blood pressure, thyroid, or bone medications, your goal is to reduce avoidable exposures wherever you can. What should you do instead? Choose milk that is naturally easier on digestion and lower in inflammatory potential. Look for A2 milk from A2 type cows. Many people report calmer stomachs and steadier energy with this swap. Goat milk and plain kefir are other options that provide protein and minerals with a gentler feel. If you prefer plant-based, pick an unsweetened calcium and vitamin D fortified choice with a short ingredient list. Almond, soy, or oat can work when they are fortified and free of added sugar and gums. Practical shopping rules. Aim for gently pasteurized rather than ultra-pasteurized when you can. Read labels and skip flavored versions with added sugars and oils. Check that one serving provides at least 25% daily value for calcium and 10 to 20% for vitamin D. Try a 2-week trial without A1 ultra-pasteurized milk and track how your joints, digestion, and morning clarity feel. After 60, milk is not a one-size-fits-all decision. Ultra-pasteurized, A1 cow's milk can be a daily irritant that keeps inflammation smoldering. Choose a 2, goat, kefir, or a fortified unsweetened plant option and let your glass work for your bones, brain, and balance instead of against them. As always, if you manage medical conditions, talk with your clinician about the best fit for you. Now for the good news. You do not have to give up milk to protect your bones, joints, or memory. Research shows that choosing the right kind of milk can calm inflammation, support stronger bones, steady blood sugar, and even help your stomach feel better. With a smarter carton in your fridge, every sip can work for you rather than against you. Think of milk as a daily tool. Pick the right one and you nourish muscle, protect balance, and keep your mind clear. Pick the wrong one and you quietly drain energy and comfort. After 60, small choices add up fast. The right milk can be one of the simplest upgrades you make this week. So let us flip the script and move from problem to solution. Ahead are the 4 best milks for seniors, chosen for clean ingredients, steady digestion, and real support for bones, heart, and brain. We will start with an option that has been used for centuries and is finally earning the attention it deserves. Part 2, the 4 best milks for seniors. Best milk number 4, goat milk. Goat milk may not be the first carton you reach for, yet after 60 it can be a smart daily upgrade for comfort, strength, and steady energy. Here is why it stands out. Its protein pattern is mostly A2 beta-casein, which many older digestive systems find gentler than the A1 type common in standard cow milk. That often means less bloating, fewer reflux flares, and a calmer gut. When your gut is calm, minerals absorb better, which is exactly what you want for bones, muscles, and balance. There is more working in your favor. Goat milk has naturally small fat globules and a higher share of medium-chain fats. Your body turns these into usable fuel with less effort, a helpful edge when metabolism slows with age. It also delivers a trio your skeleton loves: calcium for structure, phosphorus as a partner mineral, and zinc for bone remodeling. Add in a useful dose of selenium to support thyroid function and immune resilience, and you have a well-rounded, senior-friendly choice. How to choose it wisely. Pick pasteurized, plain goat milk with no added sugars or flavors. Aim for full fat unless your clinician advises otherwise, since a little natural fat helps you absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K. If possible, select products that are gently pasteurized rather than ultra-high heat treated. How to use it without blood sugar spikes. Pour it over steel-cut oats or a high-fiber cereal. Blend a half cup into a berry smoothie with chia, or warm a small mug with cinnamon or turmeric in the evening. Keep serving sensible, about half to 1 cup at a time. If you have diagnosed lactose intolerance, start low and go slow or ask your clinician, since goat milk still contains lactose, even though many people find it easier to tolerate than standard cow milk. Try a quarter cup with breakfast for 2 or 3 days, then move up to a half cup if you feel well. Many viewers report a quieter stomach, steadier morning energy, and easier joint mornings once goat milk becomes a simple, regular habit. Best milk number 3, unsweetened almond milk, calcium fortified. Almond milk can be more than a trendy plant drink when you pick the right carton. Chosen unsweetened and fortified with calcium, it becomes a smart daily helper for joints, weight, and steady blood sugar. Here is why it earns a spot in a senior-friendly kitchen. It is naturally free of lactose and casein, so it is gentle on digestion and far less likely to trigger the low-level inflammation that can bother knees, hands, and brain over time. With almost no natural sugar, it is a calm choice for energy and focus, rather than a spike and crash. The real win comes from the fortification trio. Calcium supports bone strength. Vitamin D helps you absorb that calcium. Magnesium helps muscles contract and relax and keeps nerves firing smoothly. Add almond milk's native vitamin E, a protective antioxidant for tissues and memory, and you have a light beverage that quietly supports bones, muscles, heart, and brain. How to choose it wisely. Look for labels that say unsweetened and list added calcium and vitamin D and magnesium. Aim for about 1/4 to 1/3 of daily calcium per cup. Keep the ingredient list simple. Water, almonds, mineral fortifiers, a touch of salt. Skip versions with added sugar, flavors, or heavy gums if those bother your stomach. How to use it without blood sugar spikes? Blend 1 cup into a smoothie with blueberries and ground flax or chia. Pour over steel-cut oats or a high-fiber cereal. Whisk into chia pudding and chill overnight. Enjoy a small chilled glass in the afternoon as a light alternative to sweet drinks. Each option keeps sweetness low and fiber high, so energy stays even. Good to know. Most cartons contain very few actual almonds, so think of this as a fortified hydration base rather than a major protein source. If you need more protein at that meal, pair it with Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, eggs, or a protein-rich soup. If you have nut allergies or are on certain medications, check with your clinician before making it a daily habit. Swap 1 daily serving of regular milk for 1 cup of unsweetened, calcium-fortified almond milk for 2 weeks. Many viewers notice calmer digestion, steadier energy, and less morning stiffness when this simple change becomes routine. Best milk number 2, Kefir. If there is one milk that truly earns the title of healing powerhouse for adults over 60, it is Kefir. At first glance, it looks like drinkable yogurt. In reality, it is something more powerful. A living fermented milk filled with friendly bacteria and yeast that can support your gut, bones, muscles, and even your brain. Why kefir stands out after 60? As we age, digestion slows and the immune system is not as quick to respond. That means fewer nutrients get absorbed and low-grade inflammation can creep in. Kefir brings a broad community of probiotics to the gut. This diversity helps break down food, supports vitamin and mineral absorption, and calms the irritation that can sap strength and energy. Many viewers notice easier digestion, less bloating, and steadier energy when kefir becomes a daily habit. Support for bones, muscles, and balance. Kefir naturally delivers calcium and phosphorus for bone structure, magnesium for smooth muscle contraction, and a steady heart rhythm, and small but meaningful amounts of vitamin K2 in many traditional kefirs. K2 helps direct calcium into bones rather than into soft tissues. For older adults, this combination matters. Better calcium handling, plus stronger muscles and steadier nerves, can translate into improved walking confidence and a lower risk of falls. Gentle on the gut, friendly to the brain. A healthier gut often pairs with clearer thinking and more even mood. Regular kefir intake has been associated with a more diverse microbiome, which is linked to better vitamin D status, calmer inflammation, and more reliable energy. Many seniors describe sleeping a bit deeper and waking less stiff when digestion is comfortable and meals are absorbed well. How to choose it wisely. Pick plain, unsweetened kefir made from whole milk with live and active cultures listed on the label. Avoid flavored or high-sugar versions that can undermine gut benefits. If you prefer non-dairy, look for unsweetened coconut or almond-based kefir that is fortified with calcium and vitamin D and contains live cultures. Easy ways to use it today? Sip a small glass with lunch or dinner to aid digestion. Blend it with berries and ground flax for a fiber-rich smoothie. Pour it over steel-cut oats or stir into chia pudding for a simple breakfast that supports both gut health and bone strength. Start with half a cup daily and increase as tolerated. Kefir is a simple, affordable daily ritual that can help you absorb more from every meal, strengthen bones and muscles, and support balance and brain health. For many over 60, switching from regular milk to plain kefir is one of the easiest upgrades you can make. Best milk number 1, a 2-whole milk. At first glance, a 2-whole milk looks just like regular cow milk. It pours the same, tastes the same, and even foams in your morning coffee the same way. Here is a surprising truth. Inside, it is different in a way that can matter a lot after 60. The key is 1 milk protein. Most conventional cow milk in the United States contains a 1-beta-casein. In many older adults, this protein can irritate the gut, nudge the immune system, and show up as bloating, joint stiffness, brain fog, or general inflammation. A 2 milk comes from cows that produce only A2-beta-casein. That small shift often makes digestion smoother and gentler, especially when the gut lining is more delicate with age. What many viewers report after switching is simple: less cramping, less heaviness after meals, and a clearer head the next day. Early studies point in the same direction. Adults who move from standard milk to A2 milk tend to report fewer digestive complaints, steadier comfort in the joints, and better focus. For seniors, this can be the difference between skipping dairy altogether and enjoying it comfortably. Calcium and protein are the next big wins. Bones thin faster after 60, and every sip that delivers calcium, vitamin D, and complete protein without stirring up inflammation is a step towards strength. Because a 2 milk is easier to tolerate for many people, your body can make better use of those nutrients for bone building and muscle repair. A 2 milk also brings helpful micronutrients for brain and nerve health. Vitamin B12 supports healthy nerves and steady energy. Iodine supports the thyroid, which influences metabolism and warmth. Natural milk fats help you absorb vitamin D and vitamin K2 from your meals, both important for placing calcium into bones and keeping it out of soft tissues. Easy ways to use it today. Pour a 2 milk over steel-cut oats with berries and a sprinkle of chia for a bone-friendly breakfast. Blend it into a smoothie with spinach, blueberries, and a spoon of ground flax for a brain and joint supporting snack. Warm a small glass before bed with a pinch of cinnamon or turmeric to relax and give your bones a slow release of building blocks while you sleep. A 2 whole milk gives you the nutrition of traditional milk with a gentler protein profile that many seniors handle far better. Stronger bones, steadier joints, calmer digestion, and clearer thinking are all easier to support when your daily milk works with your body instead of against it. If you make only one milk swap after 60, make it this one. By now you have seen the truth. Milk is not just milk. After 60, the wrong kind can quietly inflame joints, weaken bones, spike blood sugar, and cloud memory. The right kind can do the opposite. It can nourish the gut, keep muscles strong, protect bones, and sharpen the mind, all through a simple daily habit. Every sip moves you in one direction or the other, toward independence, steady balance, and clear thinking, or away from them. That is why choosing wisely matters more than ever at this stage of life. If your fridge holds ultra-pasteurized A1 cow milk, sweetened plant milks, or flavored varieties, it is time to retire them. Instead, reach for healing choices like A2 whole milk, Kefir, goat milk, or unsweetened calcium-fortified almond milk. These are not trendy substitutes. They are science-backed allies for stronger bones, calmer joints, and a clearer brain. Your move today: open the fridge and ask, is this milk helping me or hurting me? Swap in a better choice, and you are not just changing a drink, you are changing your future. If this video opened your eyes, tap like, subscribe to Senior Strength 60 Plus for more senior strength strategies, and share it with a friend over 60. Small changes like choosing the right milk can make a big difference in how long you stay strong, steady, and independent. The habits you choose today protect the freedom you enjoy tomorrow.